So for those of you that are bad at math, that means it's cheaper for you to subscribe and then send the donation. But who am I to deny someone the option to send me more money? That seems pretty good. Tapped land sucks, but we're on the draw. Opponent mulliganed. I think if we don't rip a land on one, we're going to play this. We ripped a land because I'm a professional, so we're going to go Concealed Courtyard. And a Toolcraft is going to probably be really sad when they magma spray us. Fleet Rail Cruiser has to be so much worse than playing this card now. Just like has to be, right? Am I offering this trade? I feel like I am. I guess I don't have another good way to crew this. I suppose now that I drew that, I'm just going to lightning strike this idiot. That seems fine. Yeah, I think I like that. I think if I hadn't drawn the Inspiring Vantage, I was going to play the Heart and then offer this trade. Rogue Refiner, yep. This card draws a card for some reason. This card is the reason the energy mechanic is too good, in case anyone was wondering. Oh, jeez. And she crews Heart of Kiran so well. So let's play this out. Do I want to offer this trade here? I feel like I'm fine with that. I feel like if I have a Heart of Kiran on board against their nothing, I'm probably okay with that. They're probably just going to take it and then crack me back for 3. Deal. So, we're down a card on this exchange because this drew a card for them, but we're up on tempo a little bit because I traded my 1 mana play for their 3 mana play. What are the odds they have Spell Pierce here? Oh, they probably have... These decks aren't meaning Spell Pierce, they're meaning Essence Scatter, right? So that's the card I want to play around. So I want to play Chandra here. I'm gonna get main deck Spell Pierce and hate myself. Whoa! That's a card. Okay. That's definitely not a card we're playing around. Player shuffles their hand in graveyard and then draw 7 cards. That's cute. Yeah, that's what I thought. They're playing Scatters in the main, right? Oh, they had one of this in their main deck? Okay. I guess if this is a thing I'm thinking about, I should like lead on Scrapheap Scrounger there. It definitely doesn't seem unreasonable to have led on Scrapheap Scrounger there. Speaking of... I guess I want to play this Motorist. I know I have a Chandra on top of my deck that I want to keep on top of my deck. I don't really care about this Lightning Strike, right? Evening, Batman. So we definitely want to draw the Chandra next turn, right? I mean, like, both board states are, like, kind of favorable for us, right? Like, having Scrapheap is reasonable, like, with pressuring our opponent's life total and not having it is reasonable. I guess I could go top here and draw the Lightning Strike, and then, like, I could go Scrapheap Strike next turn, and then the following turn, like, have Hazoret and attack, or have Chandra. I don't hate that. Leaves me a little bit more options. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go top here like this and draw the Lightning Strike. I guess I'm a little bit sad with this line if they draw... If they have a Glorybringer. I'm going to crew off this Motorist. If we get Abrade here. I guess if they have Glorybringer and they attack, I just, like, crew my Heart and, like, trade my Heart for it. There might have been merit to, like, crewing with the Scrapheap as opposed to the Veteran Motorist. So that way, like, if my opponent has Glorybringer, my Heart eats the Glorybringer. It doesn't seem completely unreasonable. think I'm just gonna strike this. Like, force them to make a decision before I do anything. Yep. Thing. I wouldn't be surprised to see them dump everything into this, honestly. Yeah. Alright, so now, because I drew the Scrapheap Scrounger and I can't attack this turn anyways, I'm gonna crew this heart with the Scrapheap Scrounger, because I think they're just gonna chump this Heart of Kiran anyways. We're scattering my thing. Alright, well now we're gonna crew it with this. Since Veteran Motorist can't attack anyways. I'm gonna smash in with both of our dorks. See, they might... Is this getting close? It's getting kind of close. I feel like I'm ahead if they do that, though, right? Like, if they want to, like, make us both draw 7 and I've got, like, Heart and Veteran Motorist on the board, I think I'm fine. Because they could, like, chump double block and then Memory us next turn. I think I'm ahead in that exchange. Like, this gets rid of our scrap heaps. Is that what we're doing here? Yep. Okay. Okay. Guess that makes my Hazoret marginally worse. Can go Spire, Bomat, Chandra. Take up my Chandra, crew my Heart, crack them for 8. Seems profitable for us. I guess I technically should play Chandra first, right? Because, like, what if there's a Bomat on top of my deck that I want to play here? Screw this by removing a counter from her. That's so good. Trigger my Bomat. So they're going down to 4 here. What's going on, Saryu? Evening. Magma Spray is a good pickup. Yep. Okay, so they're going down to 7. We have a game. Have a game, as they say. See how much more removal they have in their hand of 7 cards. Yep. The tilt can't just... What do they have? Anything? Don't understand. Yeah, that's fine. Here's my Heart of Kiran. I don't really want to cast this yet, do I? I feel like they have to have an Essence Scatter here. I'm gonna go ahead and cycle this, see what we get. It's not bad. So let this trigger. And after it's triggered, before we move to attackers, let's go ahead and crew this guy. I think we're going to play Jeskai Control. So I'm putting up the results. I enjoy snap bolting people. It's therapeutic. Hopefully this is single removal and not double removal. Yep, there's the first. Ooh, second Heart of Kiran. Looking mighty fine right now. I was really sad that I had the second one I couldn't put into play, and then they killed my first one. And then they killed my first one. I have, I think I'm playing a team constructed event next weekend. So, you know, modern deck we can stomach playing. Look at that. On our first game, it's a good one. What is energy? Board out the 8/1 drops, okay. Bring in Fumigate, Glorybringer, Settle the Wreckage, 2 Harvester, 2 Abrade. Alright, look at that. Look how... Wait, that's not enough. Oh, 8-1 drops into Hazoret. Sure, that makes sense. Look at that. Look at that. Easy in, easy out. Jeskai is largely Boros Burn. You're not wrong. I might try one of the more slightly controlling builds with Torrential Gear Hulk in it. I'm a big fan of Fatcaster Mage. He's a big boy. Whose guide am I looking at for this deck? The one Chris Giuliano sent me on Facebook. So this is Dan Ward's 75, and Chris Giuliano played this to a 5-1 Porsche 5-1 finish at Nationals. He's a buddy of mine from playing far too many SCG Tour events the past few years. Good, really quality Magic player. Good human being. Asked him for a deck list, sent me a deck list. So this is different from the Mardu list that top 8'd or top 4'd Nationals today. Immortal Echoes! Announcing to the world, Jeff and Immortal's second Twitch baby. Welcome back. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. I think I'm allowed to keep hands like this. And I think this is one of the reasons why, like, so, like, the build of this deck that top 8'd, or top 4'd Nationals, like, had a bunch of extra black cards in it. And what I really like about this configuration of the deck is that it's really a red-white aggro deck that's, like, splashing unlicensed disintegration and Scrapheap activations. So, it seems really appealing. And, like, here, we are definitely leading on Heart of Kiran. We could get Spell Pierced here, but, like, we're not getting, like, Magma Sprayed or Harness Lightning, right? If I played the Scrapheap Scrounger. Like, my opponent just, like, doesn't get to use their 2 mana if they don't have Spell Pierce. And you got Blue Moon with Deceiver, Exarch. I think Blood Moon decks are kind of miserable to play with and against, and I don't really plan to play them. This is actually a great draw here, because it means we can hopefully help us hit some land drops here. Perfect. Am I playing a 4-drop? So, because one of these lands is tapped, I definitely want both of them, especially because one's a black source for me, but I have to decide how I want to play on curve here. So I'm playing the planes from my hand this turn, so then I can either play 2 2s next turn, or I could play the Glorybringer on 5. Oh, I can't play the Glorybringer on 5, right? Because I don't have a second red. Oh, that's awkward. That's awkward. I was talking about my sequencing, and we actually don't have second red. Okay, so maybe... Huh. I feel like I want this black source. How greedy is it to, like, bottom both? Yeah, I kind of want to just ship both of them. I'm just going to ship both. I don't think hitting the Hazoret on curve is, like, that meaningful. Like, the tapped land next turn is, like, pretty anemic. I could see keeping just the Courtyard. Evening Pope. One of my buddies went 5-1 at Nationals with this. Look at that. What a skilled magician I am. If anyone was doubting how skilled of a magician I am. Just like making this a 5. Yeah, I think I am. If they want to harness lightning this, I'm cool with that because I have another one. A different variation of Mardu vehicles top 4 US Nationals today. Now, if it was a no justice stream, we'd have been punished for double bottoming. Oh no, don't harness my lightning. That's fine. We'll go Scrapheap Heart of Kiran, and then we'll just rip another untapped land like a Savage next turn and like bring glory to the Hypnotoad. I don't know that it would have been that good. Like, I would have only been able to play 1 2-drop this turn. I liked playing 2 2-drops there. It felt good. And I'm all about doing things that feel good, Ryan. I'm all about doing things that feel good. They have a Glorybringer of their own. If they have a Glorybringer here, think we're trading this heart for it. They're probably going to attack and exert on this Veteran Motorist. Wait, what? I guess I don't have another guy in my bin. Yeah, I can copy paste it. Remind me later when I'm done streaming. I'm okay with this. Survey says untapped land. God, I'm a powerful wizard. Holy crap. Welcome to the No Justice stream, ladies and gentlemen. Am I killing this? They missed a land drop, right? We're killing something. Like, there's not even a question of, like, are we killing something? Like, what are we... They missed a land drop. Do we like... I mean, like, I have the strike to kill the Whirler. I kind of like putting them behind on the resources here. So, like, we guaranteed don't get... Like, we almost guaranteed don't get Glorybringer back. You wouldn't kill anything? I'm gonna kill her. I'm gonna kill her, Mana Dork. I've already committed to exerting. I think I want to kill something. Just because, like, if they untap and have a Harness Lightning, I don't want to get no value out of this. Like, I want my 2-for-1. I think taking them off their resource there is fine. Man, if we hit another untapped land next turn, we can go Hazoret Lightning Strike. Just, like, pump up, the jam. Well, we're playing Magic currently. We'll play Hex at some point tonight. Sunday's a long stream, so we kind of do a little bit of everything. I'll go ahead and cast Mrs. Nalaar here. She's a single lady now. Poor Pia. Just gonna pass the turn here. Probably see Glorybringer eat a big one. Would not be surprised if Glorybringer eats it here. Magic, you can't see it because my advertiser's blocking it, but Magic Online keeps popping up telling me to finish my league soon. It's like, yeah, I get it. Alright, we'll let this happen. And now, look at the way this sequencing worked out. I get to kill this. And they don't get to make a thing ever, unless they have a counter spell. But like that worked out way better for us, right? Than like, yeah, super far ahead. Do I need to play a card here? Hazoret's technically lethal. But I feel like I want to just, like, smash, and if they interact with one of my things inside of combat, then Chandra. But I almost feel like... if I just, like, smash and they don't do anything, I just, like, pass the turn. We're pretty far ahead on board. I don't want to, like, walk... Like, they're not playing anything, so either their hand is full of 5-drops, or they just don't have anything. Yeah, I don't really like playing into a counter spell here. It's like smash you for 6. Well, I can pump the Thopter. God, this card has so much text on it. Look at that. Some of that text is Pump the Thopter. I like that line. Look at that. Fat Sanofa, unless they spend 4 mana on something. What is even happening? Sure. Yep, that one's gone. Marty Punker! It's been slaying Nerd with us for 18 months, a year and a half. I've truly been hoogled. Welcome, welcome, welcome back, Marty. Here's my Chandra. There are many like her, but this one is mine. Oh no, I exiled my Black Source. What a tilt! I feel like this is a matchup where this card shouldn't be in their deck post board. Feel like your opponent has like Bomat Courier in their deck. You cut the 4-mana counterspell. Oh no! Chandra's been defeated! No, Chandra! Please kill one of my things. Ban all of the cards. Maybe I should just jammed here. It's possible I should have just jammed. Like, if we find a Black Source at some point here, our Scrapheap Scroungers are just unlocked. Don't need either of those. Let's do the old double bottoms again here. We'll just call him Double Bottoms Motorist. Bottoms up Veteran Motorist. The format be more fun if all of the standard bannings were undone. I don't know. That's just Smuggler's Copter at this point, right? Please Glorybringer me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hazoret. Hazoret is Fervent. Man, this card is great. This card is great. Well, I mean, we're undefeated. So, I'm pretty sure the deck's perfect, and I'm playing it perfectly. So, seems very excellent. Look at this fair and balanced Magic card. What an unreasonable amount of balance on that one. Oh geez, Marvel and Cat and Copter. I do not want to play against Cat. That sounds miserable. Marvel might be fine with Eldrazi Titans gone. Any rate, good evening to everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope everyone's having a great weekend. Thanks for choosing to spend part of the end of your weekend here with us. My name is Jeff Hogan. I'm a TCG player and content producer. We're hanging out playing some Mardu cards here. We're going to play some Jeskai in Modern later on. If you're enjoying what you see, please hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything. Helps other people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see, please consider subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com will love to buy and sell Magic online cards to you. If you use code Hogan PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you could save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience using promo code Jeff12. You could save 12% on custom playbats, mouse pads, and sleeves with them. You can upload your own artwork that you have the right to redistribute or select from their wide range of great artwork that they already have on their website. And finally, SpareDeck.com, they offer kind of a unique service. They will rent you any physical, standard, or modern deck. Let's say you want to give this Mardu Cards deck a try, but you don't own all these cards. You can rent it from SpareDeck. Using code Hoagland7, you could save 7% on your rentals from them. They'll rent you a deck for a weekend or up to an entire month. This hand seems great, right? Holy crap! We've got all 3 of our colors and all of our lands come into play untapped. This is completely unreasonable. This is I don't even know. I'm so confused. I don't understand. I don't understand. We're always never not Bomat Courier on one, right? It's like, get my Raging Goblin with upside in there. It's actually like, it's in the opening hand. Like, the sequencing on this opening hand is actually, like, exceedingly interesting in my opinion, because, like, there are a lot of different ways I could have started playing my cards out in this hand to allow them to line up to deal different amounts of damage to my opponent. Yeah, it's just Heart of Kiran. So, like, this turn 2 here, I'm probably gonna want to unlicense Disintegration something next turn, so I think I want to just play the Veteran Motorist out here. I'm gonna start by attacking with the Bomat Courier and see what they do. If they take this trade, I'm probably gonna play the Heart of Kiran out. I don't think they're gonna take this trade, which means I want to put the Veteran Motorist into play. Another Scrapheap and another Toolcraft. I feel like I kind of want to push both of these, right? Like, I've already got my stuff kind of lined up that I want to be doing, so I wouldn't mind, like, hitting more lands. I wouldn't mind hitting some of my bigger payoffs. I wouldn't mind hitting, like, another Disintegration, excuse me, or a Lightning Strike here. Just, like, bottom here. Bottoms up Motorist. You don't have to draw the next 2 cards that are on top of your deck, Motorist. Hitting more lands is appealing too, because like if I hit land drops and like I'm able to play out my hand as Bomat Courier starts generating some real card advantage for us. Caleb D 5-0'd with Legacy Marvel on stream, which we might net deck the crap out of him and give it a try here at some point. No blocks. I guess I don't have an artifact for this Disintegration now, do I? I'm gonna attack with this. I might just go Heart plus Toolcraft here. Another Fatal Push. Yeah, I think we're going Heart plus Toolcraft here. They're getting card advantage off of this, but like, it's also like costing them life to do so. I guess we're playing Sultai Energy. I guess we probably assumed that. This only has extra power on our turn, so it cannot crew this. Wow, we double bottomed and still missed the land drop. It's a bit of a tilt. I think I'm gonna play the Scrapheap Scrounger out. Just hop on into the race car here. Crunch him for good clean 7-ball. I wonder what's in their hand. Have like a hostage taker they're waiting on. Wonder if I'm supposed to have held this up because they could hostage taker plus cast my Toolcraft Exemplar next turn. Correct. Scry 2X, generally not even as good as Fate Weave. Fate Weave is ridiculously powerful. Unreasonably powerful. Fantastically powerful. And like, if they kill my Heart of Kiran here, like, I have another Heart of Kiran. Like, they've already played 2 Fatal Pushes. Imagine if Hostage Taker had Flash. I bet it did it one time. Knowing, having read cards that watched the R&D that were later errata, it probably did. Wow, we have another push here. Okay, and they chose to push my Toolcraft Exemplar, which hopefully means I'm not getting Hostage Taker next turn. Alright, so no idea what the opponent's doing, because they put Supreme Will in their deck, apparently. Why wouldn't you Supreme Will my Scrapheap Scrounger? Like, counter my Scrounger, push my Toolcraft before it can crew the Heart seems like really good there. Robot's crew vehicle is the asking the hardest hitting of questions. Let's play this out. Yeah, vehicles are not creatures while they're in your discard pile, so the Scarab God cannot take them. Alright, let's get a little scrappy. They might have more removal here. I would put them on the energy deck, but it looks like there's something more controller if there's Supremos in the deck, so they might have another piece of removal here. Vraska's Contempt. Yeah, that's pretty good. They're gonna hit for a 4-ball here with this Heart of Kiran, and their opponent's playing this really well. They're taking us off of all of our things that can crew my thing, as opposed to taking me off with the Heart of Kiran itself, leaving this extra heart stranded in my hand. I can generate some more card advantage here with this Glint Sleeve Siphoner. And equip a vehicle to a crewed vehicle. There's a hostage taker. All right. Let's hope they don't have an untapped land here. SCG just ended. Evening Dowzo. Thanks for the heads up. Hopefully we'll have some people filter in from that way over to here. Trains, planes, and oh, this could take artifacts. Oh, lordy. The hostage taker took my boat away. Nice tapped land. I mean, it was a modern tournament, so like... I mean, if they don't have a... They don't have a blossoming defense here, they're gonna be hurting. Yeah! Bless America! My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Boom, 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 boom. I guess I should have attacked first there, right? It's strictly correct to attack first there because they're probably not going to block, so I missed 3 points of damage. Yeah, so missed points of damage. So, like, if they go to block and then blossoming defense, I like blow them out with this. That was a strictly incorrect sequence, I believe. Yep. You want to come see Dad? What's up, dude? Want to come say hi to the internet? Does the internet need to see Declan? Come here. Hi. I mean, he wants something else. Nope, we don't want Dad. Look at Magic Online offering me blockers when I can't. You say hi to the internet? Hi, internet.
You're a ham bone. Alright, what do you want down here?
Alright, so... No, go for it. And, like, this is actually really... So, like, check this out. If my opponent, like, doesn't have a counterspell here, I could have potentially missed lethal, right? Like, I'm gonna go ahead and attack with the Scrapheap Scrounger, and, like, my opponent will crew this, and then I disintegrate it before blocks, and, like, they would have just been dead if I'd have hit them for 3 last turn. Dragon! With the 13-month resubscription. Thank you for the continued support, but I do appreciate it. Welcome back. We'll equate the internet to a webcam. That's true. Not competitively. Karn Liberated was not competitive. Karn Liberate, see, and like this here, so this happens, and then if they don't have Blossoming Defense here, they would have just died if I'd have hit them. If I'd have hit them for the 3 last turn. Yep. So, this gives us another Disintegration or a Lightning Strike as an out to kill my opponent here. Did he Tron well? Where did he finish at? Open and classic lists. Jim Davis in 13th with the Trons. It's good. Good stuff. I like that he's still on the third swamp in the board. It's a good third basic to have. Vraska, yep. All right. How lucky am I? Only 3 lightning strikes. 3 lightning strikes. Rats. And again, I think if I would have sequenced that turn correctly where I went to disintegration this before combat, if I would have attacked with the scrap, they probably would have taken the hit, and then we would have killed them. I think we're going to play Jeskai Control. Alright, what is our opponent playing? They're playing Sultai Energy. The board says do the same plan as the other one. Alright, let's try it. So, Abrade, Harvester, Settle the Wreckage. Cut one of those as well. This is not a cast out match. I guess this isn't strictly energy, right? Like, my opponent probably doesn't have Hydras in their deck, so maybe I'm not supposed to board exactly like Team Energy. And this is why sideboard guides in general, like, aren't stellar, because, like, I almost just clicked submit there, so it's like, did I just, like, I don't want to turn my brain off and just kind of go on autopilot. Am I leaving enough artifacts in the Toolcraft Exemplar is fine? The Thinking Man's Burnt. That's a great way to describe it. The Thinking Man's Burnt deck. I guess they're a little bit more controlling. You have defenses and Supreme Wills. I don't hate Duress. Let's try that. It seems fine. Like, not stellar, but just like passable on the play. Just go like tapped land, peon 3. Oh man, there's a Torrential Gearhulk in this 12th place Jeskai deck. That's probably what we're gonna play tonight. Play Pia. Any tips? For Kiki Cord. Huh. I don't know. It's a good tip. Good tip for Kiki Cord. It's been so long since I've courted. Register a real deck instead. If you considered winning as an alternative. God, Lightning Strike in the Unlicensed Disintegration deck just seems so unreal. You have so much reach. God, that's really good against us. Tip 1. Have you considered Trodlands? And Broder was talking about how good my Lightning Strikes were, and then they played a game 2. And this time, I'm not going to make the mistake we made last time. I'm going to go ahead and attack first here. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this guy post-combat. What's going on, Tom? You know, honestly, I just haven't played Cord in so long. I don't know that I have a good feedback on it. And this is basically red-white aggro. You're definitely in the same class of. If you're gonna play this deck instead of mono red, don't kid yourself. You need to be realistic about what you're doing here. This is an aggro deck. We are all about getting them dead here. I guess I could plus her for mana and lightning strike this, and that probably keeps her alive, unless they have removals. Yeah, I'm just gonna down tick her on the cub here. I'm gonna leave this back because this way they have to attack with both of these into her. I just have fatal push. Yep. If we hit a land, I can go Hazoret plus strike by opponent. Push a lot of damage. Untapped land. Abrade. I think I'm gonna pass here because they could have Supreme Will as their last card. Gonna like kill some of their stuff this turn. So I like this deck better than mono red. I don't really enjoy playing mono red. I like aggressive decks, but I don't really like all in aggressive decks. This deck's like tricksy mono red basically. So I think the floor is. You also like I'm a sucker for transitional board plans, so like an aggro deck that gets the board into sweepers is a good time. Don't Supreme Will me. Don't Supreme Will me. Alright, let's go. Don't contempt me. Negate. Deal. But I mean, like, that's one of the reasons why I really like this build of Mardu, is this is a red-white aggro deck that's splashing a License Disintegration. We've got, like, Duress in the board as an additional black card, but, like, really, we're a base, that's good old lethal Glorybringer there. No, I don't think so, because if we didn't hit... Oh! What a tilt. I forgot they had a card from, the 2/3 that we killed forever ago. No, I think waiting on the lightning strike is fine, because if we don't draw a land, we can't attack with the Hazoret anyways, so like we're not losing much by waiting. Alright, now they're out of stuff. I promise they're out of stuff. Glory to the Hypnotoad! Alright. We are on the draw for this game. I don't know if I believe in these Duresses. Just throw dragons at them until they concede. I kind of want a catch-up mechanic on the draw, and Fumigate is certainly a catch-up candidate. Prototype in session with the 5-month subscription. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Subscriptions are the best way you can support my content here, so welcome back. 5 entire months. See Glorybringer concede. Yep. I'm gonna bring in one Fumigate to get out of jail free card. It seems fine, right? It needs to hit some land drops, but it's got like bottoms up motorist here to do that. Ding, ding, ding. Never didn't have it. Lead on the Concealed Courtyard as opposed to the mountain, because if we draw an Inspiring Vantage, we can go fast land on 1, 2, 3. Cubby Bear. I think because I have my third land in hand already here, I'm just going to go ahead and strike this cub before it gets out of hand, or they get to untap and be able to protect it. I want to hold this in case they have a, Hey, show me the lands. Man, he really is bottoms up motorist, isn't he? No blocks. It's a tilt. Wasn't even greedy, chat. I bottomed both instead of keeping one of the removal spells. Wasn't even greedy. Still got punished. Am I just passing with this Abrade up? I feel pretty bad if they have land hostage taker if I don't. The other side, not using my mana for the turn cycle also feels bad, so I'm just gonna jam this in here and hope they don't have it. Damn, we picked up a few stragglers from the SCG. I mean, it's not like I put this day on my streaming schedule knowing that people are going to be looking for something after SCG finishes. Or maybe that's exactly what I did. You know, one of the two. One of the two. Tradesy's there. This long tusk cub is a problem. You know, blossoming defense to eat my Pia Nalaar. That's what this pause means. They have a blossoming defense in their hand. It means we are super dead to this long tusk cub. Alright, so we hit a land. It's okay. I guess I can Scrounger plus Abrade this turn, technically, but, like, Abrade really doesn't do a lot, right? I'm probably fine offering this trade for either of no, they just get to... The fact that they have Punt Count Infinity with the 17-month resubscription. Welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. The fact that they have Blossoming Defense means I can't even ship this into here because they'll just eat it and then protect it from the Abrade. I think I'm just like poking them for one here, then playing this Pia Nalaar out. This is a chump blocker for the Long Tusk Cub too. I suppose Cubby Bear has got 3 counters, so can grow to 5. I could technically double block the Cub here. That seems real loose if I'm expecting a, what's it called out of them, right? It's pretty bad. Blossoming Defense. Get my chumps in. Heart of Kiran. Let's see if this resolves. Dead. Okay, so yeah, that would require you leaving up different amounts of mana last turn, though, Tom. I think I wanted to try and be a little bit more mana efficient than that. I think I'm just going to pass here, because I'm going to nug him with the Thopter again here. And, like, forcing him to spend energy really doesn't, like, accomplish anything for us, though. Like, the counters on here or the energy later, like, it's just, like, an even wash for them. I think I'd rather have the 2-2 in play. Serving the conduit, sure. So if they attack here, I'm going to crew the heart and then block with Pia. I'm going to block with Pia and the Heart of Kiran. Guess this is get a little ugly if they have Fatal Push and Blossoming Defense. I don't think we can beat both of those cards. Let's just, like, not even think about it. So we can make this, he has 9 here, so they can make this a 6/6. I have a Contempt. Yep. Yep. So even if I abrade this, they can add 3 more counters to it, so it really doesn't do anything. Hey, K Mueller with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Mattman with the Twitch Prime resubscription. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Welcome, folks. Welcome back. Welcome and welcome back. Yeah, so removal, and I'm pretty sure the way they've played this whole game, they just, like, have this Blossoming Defense in their hand. I don't know if there's really much we could do about it at this point. I guess we're just moving back to my turn. I guess Untapped Land's pretty good, right? Maybe I was supposed to abrade this at end step and just, like, get to racing. I really like playing Harvester and Scrapheap here. It's probably worse than just, like, jamming a Glorybringer down their throat, right? You're creeping on your Vintage and Legacy vids. Good stuff, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's always good to hear people are enjoying the Eternal content. I think I'm just doing that. Just smash. I think I'm just going to take this hit here. They can make it up to 6. Yep, still just taking this hit. Next turn, I could go exert this on this, and when they use the thing to try and protect it, I can abrade it in response. Tapped land's not very exciting there. Is that the line? I think it's attack with both of these, exert on this, leave the Thopter back along with playing Aethersphere Harvester. Attack and exert, attack. Oh, that just happened. We're still gonna play the Harvester out here. Like that's 10 out of 10 happening. Dancy Narncies with the Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. They could still have a defense there, and they might just be like saving it to protect this cub, right? Like that's not completely unreasonable. I really do appreciate the subscriptions, folks. I stream because it is something I enjoy doing, but the more income that this makes, the more time I'm able to spend on streaming and less time doing other things to make money to pay bills and all that jazz. So the new subscribers tonight, make sure you link your subscribe Twitch account with your Discord.com account and hop into the subs-only Discord server. We talk about magic and hex and all sorts of nonsense there. You'll need to wait. It takes up to an hour to sync sometimes, but by later tonight, it'll definitely be ready to go there. I think we're actually kind of in an okay spot here. Or we're dead to removal. And by okay spot, I mean we're dead to removal, right? Tilt. They're gonna like come out of this tank here and like have removal and kill us because they didn't realize it. Maybe I should have held the Abrade up. Hindsight being 2020, I think I was supposed to hold the Abrade up. Could just be dead here. I didn't think about being dead to removal because they countered the Aethersphere Harvester. I think this is just supposed to hop in front here. It doesn't represent anything meaningful because, yeah, I'm just gonna have that hop in front there. Because that plus one of these 3 power guys isn't lethal anyways. Sleep Siphoner, sure. Another land. Okay, so what am I doing with my life? We are in a better spot now because of the sequence that I took. I agree with that. I think we attack with just the Scrapheap here. Yeah, I think we're gonna abrade the Siphoner because we don't want them to draw cards. Oh, I guess if they draw a card, this is lethal, right? Do I want to let them draw a card here? I feel like letting them draw a card isn't strictly the worst. How do we feel about that, chat fam? Yeah, we get to bring the Scrapheap back. You can just let him take the card. Just hold the Abrade up. I'm just gonna give him the card. I like holding the Abrade too, because holding the Abrade insulates us against Hostage Taker, which is nice. Which is ideal. Yep. Alright, done do a counterspell. Oh! Oh, did I just punt? No, this is only 8, right? Have I been played the fool? Do you have the interrupt opponent? Can you interrupt me? Oh no! Oh no! If they have Supreme Will, I didn't play this land, I can't pay for Supreme Will and bring back the Scrapheap Scrounger. So holding this land like a big dumb stupid that I am means that Supreme Will gets me here. So I won't have lethal on the board. Well, my read on blossoming defense was correct. Good game's opponent. Close game. Close game. I feel like I played that well. I don't know don't know that I had any opportunities to take better, more efficient lines. I didn't use that glint sleeve. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. No, we'd still have been dead. They only needed to pump it once with energy. Letting them get the attack and let them pump it twice. Do I keep this with a scry? Am I on the play for the first time? I am on the play for the first time. Do I keep this with a scry? We're gonna play Jeskai control. Okie doke. Beep beep. Rawr. Oh no! Oh no! It puts the land underneath it! Oh no! Oh no! Look at the horrible mistake we have made! Look at the horrible mistake. We're just gonna miss a land drop and die. Oh no! Oh, Yahtzee! Never forget, ladies and gentlemen, that Magic is a skill game, and the better player always wins. Just get this Bomat Courier right there into play, just like we drew it up. Just like we drew it up. No justice stream. Let's get these triggers out in here. Bomat Courier riding the Bomat Courier down the racetrack here. Excellent. My opponent is opting to try and find a better card here. Delicious. Long Tusk Cub is very, very good. Obnoxiously so. So my guy's gonna be pushed. Pushing him over the edge here. Just keep the one lander. Put a land under the Bomat Courier without thinking about it. Hit our first 3 land drops anyways, like a true professional magician would. Your turn, opponent. I hope my opponent's ghosting right now so they can just be like super tilted. Because like they don't know that they should be tilted right now, but if they were watching the game from this side as well as their side, they'd be sliding out of their chair. So opponent, if you're watching this, I hope you are, and I hope you're tilted. Untapped land. God, I'm so unlucky. Hit a tapped land there. Just the straight unluckiest, really. Just so unlucky. I'm glad we're recording this so everyone can see how unlucky I am. Hope everyone's having at least half a good Sunday evening as I am here hanging out playing some standard Magic to kick off the night. We're going to play some Jeskai Control and Modern later on. Make sure if you're new and you're enjoying the stream to hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find my stuff. Look at that. So you can counter my Hazoret, or you can let my Bomat Courier draw 4 cards. Dealer's choice. Dealer's choice. Oh no! Oh no! This is that stupid, this is Settle the Wreckage, right? Smells like a Settle the Wreckage, right, chat? So we're definitely attacking with this. Am I attacking with just Scrapheap too? How do we feel about this attack? I think I like this attack. Settle the Wreckage, Exiles. Yeah, I think I like sending with these two. Just like sniff it out. God, I am so smart and thin. Look at how smart and thin I am. Man, remember that time we kept a one-lander? Remember that time we kept a one-lander, chat fam? Pepperidge Farm remembers. And oh boy, let me tell you a story about this one-lander. This one time at band camp. Oh. What you got? I'm being cast out? That's really sad. I like my Hazoret. Alright. Bomat Courier drew 3, right? I mean, our opponent's like missing line drops here. It's like we're not even in the worst spot. Fumigate me. I'm gonna bring both these back if you do. Scarab God. How on earth do I ever beat that card? Unlicensed Disintegration one time. Survey says. Hey, Yaxi! If anyone would like me to direct them to the corner on which I sold my soul to the demon for these draws, I would be happy to direct you after the stream. Just, you know, send me a message on Discord. Alrighty. This is Magic is a skill-based game, and the better player always wins. Never forget. 3 Duress and cast out in for 3 strikes and a cut ribbons. Why do you hate Modern so much? Your play here makes it seem like Modern is the format for you, right? If you too, my nightly so the sideboard guide doesn't say to bring Glorybringer in, but part of me wants it. But this looks like super trim. Why aren't we? This is how you should draw it up if you're playing Tron. Should probably play. I mean, like, haven't I used all the variants up? That's how that works, right? It's like there's no more variants to go around. It's just like used it all here. We did only have a tapped land on turn 4, so we were pretty unfortunate in that respect. Sounds like not insane, but seems fine, right? Heart of Kiran. Rats. So the key for those that are new at streaming and don't understand how you call your shots, if you call every shot, always call the card you want to draw, some amount of the time you're going to be correct. It's a little fatal. They ask you, what is it like? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't. Pff, look at this. Look at this curve. Look at how pretty this curve is. How could you... The mana's perfect. This deck's great. Life's great. Magic's great. You all are wonderful. Should I build Teamer Energy? If you enjoy winning at the game Magic the Gathering, Teamer Energy is certainly a great deck to be playing. So if my opponent taps out here, we're going to play Pia. If they don't tap out, we'll bring back Scrapheap. Man, Contraband Kingpin. It's rude. Wonder if my opponent is ghosting. Oh boy, do I love winning. Alright, I'm gonna play this. Just gonna poke them in the air with my Thupter. Get my Thup on here. Play the Scrappy. Pass the turn, probably. How big of a problem is ghosting? I don't know, actually. Like, the people that are smart ghosts, like, aren't going to tell you, right? Like, they're not going to have their username in your chat. So, like, or their usernames on Twitch and MTGO are different. But, like, again, like, if you ever hear a streamer complaining that they've been wronged in some way because someone ghosted them, that's a load of crap. Like, if you are streaming, you should understand that by putting your screen on the internet, you are giving other people permission to watch what you are doing. It is a known liability. By providing the live content, you are giving yourself the liability that, hey, someone else out there might be watching what you're doing while you're doing it. And if you're not okay with that, you just shouldn't stream, or you should stream on a delay, or you should put a card blocker up. Like, that's fine. It's okay to also say, like, hey, I lost a game because my opponent knew what cards were in my hand. And, like, that's fine, too. But just, like, don't get pissed off and act like they wronged you. Like, I've heard people refer to, like, someone ghosting as cheating. No, it's not cheating. They're not cheating. Like, if you're an idiot and you're playing in a paper magic tournament, you put your hand face up on the table, and your opponent looks at your cards while your hand is face up. They're not cheating by looking at your cards. You were the idiot for putting your hand face up on the table. Like, don't get mad at the opponent for, like, playing the game with the advantage you've given them. Whenever I'm supposed to ship these in, I can give them plus a power with this to get through this. And call the judge over for ghosting. Yeah, right, exactly. It's like, come on now. That's an interesting block. I really don't have anything else to do here, right? So I'm just gonna give this other one power. Whew! Whew! Should we bring in the dragons to deal with the cats? I feel like we should bring in the dragons to deal with the cats. I was trying to think, like, why do I want dragons? They don't kill the god, but they kill the cat. Bringing in dragons to kill cats seems, like, super reasonable. Bring in Settle. That's actually probably not completely unreasonable. No, the cat's a 3/3. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna cut a Duress the cast out and just bring in these Glorybringers on the play. This hand might be a mulligan. It's probably supposed to be a mulligan. Yeah, maybe Cut Ribbons is fine because they have a cat in their deck. Cut Ribbons is boarded out because my sideboard guide says to board it out. But maybe cat makes that different. This opponent's got some respect. Some respect for the aggro deck. Settle the Wreckage or Cast Out? It's probably just Cast Out, right? Settle the Wreckage is, like, awkward for them to hold up. Place other authority, yep. Heart's pretty good. Just gonna play this turn, though. Crack you for 6. This card's a lot worse against Authority of the Council, let me tell you what. Am I attacking with both of these? Definitely, we're not attacking with Hazoret, obviously, we don't have the option to. Do I want to run 2 of these into Settle? I kind of don't. I guess 2 extra lands isn't terrible. No, Settle costs 4. I feel like they're gonna bite on this. We're definitely not attacking with everything. The question was whether or not I wanted to attack with 1 or 2. This feels like another Settle the Wreckage. This might be playing too scared. It's all of them dead on my next attack, technically. They could just have nothing here. I think I'm just gonna sit on the Hazoret. Okay, that makes sense. This is Snap, Settle the Wreckage. I only have 1 card left here. They're technically losing this race. I have Fatal Push active. This card is so obnoxious. Is that one good? Am I supposed to try and kill him? Kill them here? Let me tell you about a card called Unlicensed Disintegration. Good morning, afternoon, and good night to everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Thanks for choosing to spend part of your evening here with us. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I hope you're having a good time. Remember, if you're new and you are enjoying what you see, please hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps other people find my stuff. If you're really enjoying what you see, please consider subscribing on Twitch or becoming a patron on Patreon. Those are the 2 best ways you could support my content here. I stream because I love doing it, but the more income I make from streaming, the more time I'm able to spend streaming as opposed to doing other things to bring in money to pay for stuff for the kids. I'm putting the deck list up on my tapped out page now since it wasn't on there earlier. Another great way you could support my content is by supporting my sponsors. If you, we're all Magic players here, and you're probably going to do some of these things anyway. So if you're going to buy Magic Online cards, please do so with MTGO Traders. They would love to buy and sell Magic Online cards. Use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout there. You could save 8% on all of your singles orders with them. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including physical TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you could save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. inkedgaming.com. Would love to help you customize your gaming experience using promo code Jeff12 there. You could save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, and sleeves. You could upload your own custom artwork or choose from their wide selection of artwork that they have on their website. And finally, sparedeck.com, they offer kind of a unique service. They will rent you any physical, standard, or modern deck. So let's say you want to try and rent this, you want to give this Mardu deck that we're playing here a try before you actually buy it. You can rent a deck for a weekend or up to an entire month from them. And using code HOGLID7, you could save 7% on all of your rentals with them. We are currently 2-1 in this league with this Mardu deck that Dan Ward designed and Chris Giuliano sent me the deck list and some sideboarding notes here for. He went 5-1 in the standard portion of U.S. Nationals with this deck list. He missed his winning in for top 8 in the last round. And won a game where I drew all 4. Nice, Marty. We should find a Jeskai deck list to play. Am I just going to play this one with the Gear Hulks in it? 4 cryptic commands. Gosh, that's so many cryptic commands. That's exactly how many cryptic commands I want to register. Sand seems great, right? To go Bomat into Heart, into Motorist, crew my Heart. I guess if we're potentially going to miss our 3rd line drop, we might want to Veteran on 2 so we can double bottom and play. Yeah, I'm just like not a fan of Geist of St. Trash. Always lead on your fast lands. That's fine. This Bomat Courier is gonna bottom spells for us so we can draw the lands. Jeskai is the thinking person's burn deck, right? This deck that got... Wait, my opponent is missing their 2nd land drop? Or we just accidentally passed? This deck list that got 12th at the Open has Opt and Serum Visions in it, which is interesting. There's a 2nd land. Okay. Gonna play a game. Rats! I was hoping we're gonna get a freebie here. If we draw a 3rd land, we're gonna play the Heart. If we don't draw a 3rd land, we're gonna play the Veteran Motorist. I mean, Harlan's been playing bad teamer decks forever, so let's take a look. Made the finals, actually. Wow. Bad. When we said bad teamer decks, we were not, I was not selling Harlan short when I said bad teamer deck. Huh. So we hit the land. Am I supposed to just strike this and keep attacking? I feel like I am. I feel like strike this, keep attacking is the line now. For those wondering, this is the deck Harlan made the finals of, if anyone's ever wondering, and this is why, like when Harlan wins an Open with Jeskai Control, you should know that Jeskai Control's not great, Harlan's just a wizard, because, like, he made the finals of a Classic with this pile of Modern Legal Magic cards. Like, Harlan is one of the sharper individuals that you will meet playing Magic on the SCG Tour. It was a very good draw for our opponents. They drew the Botanical Sanctum there, and we know that because they played the Aether Hub last turn. Yeah, killing Cub while you have the chance is generally a smart play. Just like run it back, right? Especially since I'm getting in another Bomat Courier attack now. This does risk missing a 4th line drop next turn. That's not too big of a deal. Hitting the first 3 is the most important. Why are there Mishra's bubbles? Is that... Oh, it's to trigger the Renegade. Got it. It took me a second, but I got there. It's for Tarmogoyf for the Renegade. This is when people always ask me like, when did Kiki Cord stop being good? My answer is always Kiki Cord was never good. I just like played a bunch of Magic with it, like really enjoyed playing it. So like I won a reasonable amount with it. People, I feel like, often forget the fact that, like, every time a good deck fails to, like, people often recognize the fact that, like, good decks can fail to make top 8s of major tournaments, but they often fail to recognize the inverse, which is that good players with bad decks do well, and, like, their deck isn't necessarily good, they're just, like, a powerful wizard. Bobble gives you pseudo scries. That's true. Okay, so... did I just play this Pia? Be resource efficient? Probably. I think the heart down beats down sooner, so maybe that's good. It also lets me scry. And I mean, like, and that's not to, what I just said there isn't necessarily to discount, like, Harlan might have struck gold here, and there might be something really sweet here, but again, just like, one result does not a new archetype make, right? Like, he's playing a bunch of, like, reasonable modern legal cards, right? Like, there's 4 bolts and 4 Snapcaster Mages in here. So, like, if you, like, put 4 bolts, 4 Snapcaster Mages in your deck and, like, mix well with, like, reasonable other modern cards, you're probably going to find your way to a number of victories. This is the list Harlan made the finals of the... Man, maybe we should just play that tonight. Nah, there's no way I'm going to play this next weekend. I need to find a modern deck we might reasonably play. We don't get to see what's under Bomat, right? These are just face down until the end of the game. From now until infinity... If by totally my style, you mean it's a terrible deck full of terrible cards, yes. I have played a lot of terrible decks full of terrible cards in my time. You would not be incorrect in saying that a terrible deck full of terrible cards is completely my style. Have you heard of Affinity? I should maybe kick the tires on the Bant Humans deck again. That deck's really powerful. Like Kiki Cord. I don't actually own Kiki Cord in paper anymore, and I doubt I could find the cards I needed to play it. So like Kiki Cord's like not a deck you could really borrow, right? Like it's got a lot of oddly specific. I guess I could rent it. Yeah, I could just rent it from Spare Deck. I've never actually Spare Decked Kiki Cord before, but I assume that Spare Deck has all of the pieces should I ever need to Spare Deck Kiki Cord. There's a team constructed event in Chicago. It's Pastimes. Just play Storm. There's some advice from someone that likes to win at Magic the Gathering. I can appreciate someone who's a winner. Just play Storm, they say. That's someone, if someone asks you, they're like, what should you play? Like, just play Storm. They're like, that's someone that's got your best interests at heart. Hey man, I need to borrow 4 Quarter Colleagues and an Emrakul. I think I'm just going to trade this in for an extra card here. I'm going to get banned. Absolutely nothing. It's going to read no changes in all formats. Hopefully Deathrite Shaman and Legacy. But realistically, it's going to say no changes in all formats. Look at that. Look at all the Kiki cards. Lots of people with subscriber icons next to their name likely have Kiki Cord cards. This does not surprise me. Decandio made some innovations to humans and then went 2 and 4 with it, so... Gotta sell my grape shots, right? Oh no! Not my grape shots! I do still own my own Birds of Paradise. Things I own. Birds of Paradise. I kept my altered birds. Alright. Let's go ahead and power this up. I did 3-2 the last league I played with Kiki Cord. Should we play Kiki? Do I have Kiki Cord in Magic Online? Is that... Do I have a deck list? No, I deleted it. Look at past Jeff knew. Past Jeff, I'm gonna move myself for a second here. Past Jeff knew that future Jeff was gonna be weak, and we should come. We didn't want future Jeff to have easy access to Kiki Cord on Magic Online. So past Jeff did himself a solid and deleted it from the deck list. In prototype, we'll rebuild Kiki Cord on Magic Online if you send money to pay for it. In, not close. All right, that's Glorybringer. So kill a Veteran Motorist. So that's happening. We can't do anything about that. The question becomes, do I want to trade my Heart of Kiran for their Glorybringer? I think I do. I mean, like, I'm not sure Kiki Cord's ever lost a straw poll. Kiki Cord, you've left me behind, Jeff, with the $12 donation for Kiki Cord. Look at that. All right. I'm gonna have to think about what cards we want to play. I'm gonna have to like open up a metagame list and figure out what's supposed to go into Kiki Cord. We just like put the Eidolon in the main deck, right? Because Storm. Can we put a Scarab God asking the hard-hitting questions? Namichil, if you're on Discord, message me on Discord. Link behind. Make me think a little bit less. Building Kiki Cord with chat. I need a pair of partners for the SCG team open in Baltimore. I will allow you to pick one friend and join me on my quest. Limit yourself to 60. What kind of monster are you? Tell me to play Kiki Cord and then tell me I only get to play 60 card. That's some messed up nonsense right there. Can only play 60 cards in my Kiki Cord deck. That's just rude. It's just exceedingly rude. Do I want to attack with this? I feel like I want to attack with this. Like I could bluff something and just like play the follow-up one. Yeah, let's just get in there. Maybe they don't block. Scarab God seems great against Storm, right? Opponent called him a bluff. I was gonna put up a poll, but then someone sent money for Kiki Cord, and money talks way louder. Way louder. Don't play Kiki Cord with the 999 cheer. No, see, Kiki Cord got $12. That's only $9. So Kiki Cord's still winning. We're probably gonna play more Modern this week because, like, I'm probably gonna be the one playing Modern on Saturday, but we'll see. I don't know. Death Shadow's kind of like falling off the map, right? I can probably play Kiki Cord in a field that doesn't involve Death Shadow. Can't we play 100+ part Kiki Cord? There are videos on my YouTube channel of the Kiki bring to light no Kiki Cord with the 505 cheer. Oh no. Oh no, the money's talking in the other direction. The money's talking in the other direction. Oh man, Brian Kibler kicking up shit. That's... Kiki! Capitalism is hilarious. Is it Kiki Cord worse against the more efficient creatures with soul lands? I mean, Kiki Chord's worse than most of the good decks. We're not going to play Kiki Chord because it's good. We're going to play Kiki Chord because it's sweet. You're a streamer that has a ton of hitters, so I want you to play decks that can win. Kiki Chord currently at -$2. I will dance for the low sum of $2. I'm basically a monkey. All I do is dance for dollars. I refuse to be beat. Kiki Chord now plus 270. Kiki Chord. I'm gonna keep track. Plus 270 for Kiki Chord. Really don't have great attacks here, right? I guess the Scrapheap Scrounger is free because this can't attack or block, right? This is only. Hey, please play Kiki Chord. Look at that. Kiki Chord at the plus $7. I would be surprised if Kiki Chord was able to lose in this chat. I really would be. $2 a dance. That's better than most clubs. You're not wrong. Kiki Chord. Is this a Blood Moon deck? And there aren't even Blood Moons in here? This list looks sweet, actually. Thank you for linking this. Yeah, maybe we'll play this. I like this. 2 Eldritch Evolutions. I will net deck the crap out of someone else who's played Kiki Chord. Using that math degree. I love the quality. Look, I'm upfront and I'm honest. The people that like write for like the big sites, they don't tell you they're trying to sell you a bunch of crap. I'm not trying to sell you a bunch of crap. I'm just selling me, and I'm honest about what I'm selling. Alright, let's give you plus the power. That being said, I'm pretty sure we're dead here. Magus of the Moon and the board is fine. I just don't want to play, like, I hate, like, when people kept linking me. Posted the toolbox. Yeah, I'll post it there. Donated, never ever to be beat. Oh god, I'm gonna have to. That's a weird number. It's 1120 in favor of Kiki Chord. Please net deck me hard. Are you Nicholas Crawl? Yeah, probably. Probably Nicholas Crawl. Nicholas. Whoa, they're just taking the hit. Am I dead on the backswing? I'm probably dead on the backswing, right? That's what 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 2. Yeah, dead on the backswing. Kiki Chord, play it. I need to see. Okay, yep. Kiki Chord's plus $25. If someone really doesn't want to see Kiki Chord, they're gonna have to, with the new the tying the high chair there on the tactical rainbow with the Swift Rage cheer. All right, energy matchup. So we cut these. And a Hazoret, and we board big. And this is why I like, someone asked me if I like this deck more than mono red. I like decks that get to do this. I think this is adorable. I think getting to board in 3 sweepers in a matchup like this is sweet. And just like more removal and Glorybringers. Please net deck me. As a net decking shill, I appreciate the ability to net deck others. Oh no! This deck list has 4 Kitchen Finks in it. Or 3 Kitchen Finks. Can I register Kitchen Finks? I feel bad registering that card. We're gonna net deck something close to this, but I don't know if it's gonna be. Is this 5 colors? This deck's got like. This deck's got the right amount of greed going on. This is a 5. This is a 5 color. Dance, baby. All right. Ah, the money's raining down. I need to get some copyright-free music on here so I can play that on stream while I dance. Put one of these in here. This is a dance move, right? All right. I would like to play. Keep. Just play the Finks, feel the anger. Just replace the Finks with Blood Moons. That's all you needed your fork. Look, speaking as someone who is like. Had someone Blood Moon them and then like untap and cast Kiki Jiki when you only had like 1 red source in play, you're just like, baby. Is there a Firelit Thicket in this deck still? Of course there's a Firelit Thicket in this deck. I just love it. Nothing says there's only 2. Why are there only 2 voices in this deck? Monster Cat stream that has music free to use. Perfect. Also check that out. You can't not. Yeah, we're definitely going to play. I think we're going to cut 2 Kitchen Finks because I hate that card with a fiery passion and play 4 Voice of Resurgence because I love Voice of Resurgence. But the rest of this seems fine. There's like that Renegade Rallier in it too. Ooh, yeah. Potting or evolving Voice into Rallier. That sounds wonderful. Sorry, we're still playing the standard thing. We have to finish the standard league first, okay? This is match 4. This is match 4. We're going to play this one and the next one. Plains Firelit Thicket. The lowest point in my life definitely involved looking at my mana base and like seeing Murmuring Bosk and Firelit Thicket there together, and you're just like, man, I chose to register these cards in this deck list. They're the only birthing pot. It's such a dirt'll do nothing card for the most part. So this doesn't come into play untapped yet, but at the same time, this is never going to come into play untapped after this turn, so I might as well. What we got here? Fetch Murmuring Bosk does send a statement. You're not wrong. I knew you lost your way. Look. Are we essence scattering my Scrapheap Scrounger? What are you doing with your life, opponent? Is there a Revelark in this list? There's no Lark in this list, is there? We might jazz this up a little, but I like the base of what's going on here. Tapped lands are better with the new Blood Moon rules. Chord hype! Yeah, thank you. In a serious note, thank you everyone for the donations. I do appreciate it. This is only my side job, but as I've said, you know, the more money this makes, the more this can become a real piece of work for me. So I appreciate that, everyone. But there is a third Finks to cut. Oh, so true, so true. It's my main job, fatherhood. Yep, trophy husband. I may not look it, but there was someone dumb enough to marry me. God bless her heart. Correct. Yeah, exactly. Rang understands there. I have a bottom line to answer to. Looking to jazz up the 5 color. Look, you've never seen the defeated look on the Jeskai control player's face when they pick up Revelark and they read it and they set it back down and then they pick it back up again and they're just like, yeah, this card's gonna put me in the ground. And you're like, yep, this card is gonna put you in the ground. Gonna get him got. A trophy husband confirmed with the $2 debt. She found me at the strip club, if you'll believe it. No, that's why Revelark's insane. Revelark triggers on Leaves play, so you still get a Lark trigger. That's why the card's nutso. And if you've ever Restoration Angeled a Revelark in response to removal, let me tell you about the premium experience that is Restoration Angeling your Revelark. It's very good. It's like need a cigarette good. Please slam a Glorybringer next turn, because I don't have a license for this, but I'm ready to use it. They could harness some lightning here. Down to 12. Okay. Okay. Doesn't have an idol on main. We're going to fix that. I think there's enough storm, especially on Magic Online. We're going to change some of the details. That's why Kiki Chord's great. You can change the details. You can change the details to be whatever you want. You can Kiki the Lark, also premium experience. I wouldn't have crewed that there. Well, you're not me, Bobby. You're not me. My testicles are huge. Orzhov Pontiff is great. It's a super flexible card. Of course Wall of Roots is still bugged. That's the best part about playing Kiki Court on Magic Online. We get to play a competitive league with Kiki Court because it's free, because Wall of Roots is still bugged. It broke in January 2016. It's October 2017. 21 months later. 21 months later. Still not working. All right, good. Glad we had this conversation. All right, strike you in the face. So actual for realsies, and this one is probably far more believable. The first date I took my wife on, we went to see Calculus the musical together. That is a real thing. So you can Google it. The songs are great. We have a command for that. We have a 2-year stream celebration. All right, we're gonna bottom. I'm gonna bottom this. I think I'm gonna bottom this too. Just like looking for lands for this Glorybringer. Like I can't attack with this anyways. Modern in Arena or the Wall of Roots bug fix. Look, I've been assured by the people that develop Magic Online that the Wall of Roots bug is much more complicated than it appears on the surface, and they're working diligently to fix it. We're currently 2-1 in this league with the Mardu deck, and we are down a game. This is game 3, maybe. This might be game 2. We definitely lost the first. I feel like this is game 2. But I can't tell you that for certain. Because we've been talking about Kiki Court. What do we lose to? I don't remember. Lucky for you, if you did not, this is a good time to plug my YouTube content. If you did not catch today's entire stream, my YouTube channel is linked down below. Because I don't stream with copyrighted music, they were just dead to Scrapheap coming back too, right? They weren't even dead to this. They were dead to just this coming back and crewing the Heart of Kiran. Also remember borrow could replace. Yeah, so my YouTube channel is linked down below. All of my streams get archived there. I break them up by format and by decks. You can search just for standard content. You can search just for modern, legacy, vintage. You can search just for hex content, just for hex limited, etc. on there. What's the bug? There's a command for that. That was game 2. All right, so my memory was correct. I think this hand's fine on the draw. We've got like terminate Bolchu removal spell. Why aren't we splashing for Scarab God in this deck? Mind Sensor is actually good against Storm, right? Because it tags their gifts. I think I want an Eidolon in the main deck. Eidolon, bro. Eidolon, Ted. And mulliganed, I'm going to keep. And don't worry, remember if you can't stay for the entire stream tonight, we're going to play an entire league with Kiki Court. Maybe more if we're getting into it. That'll all get archived to the YouTube channel as well. As an older, grumpier, more competitive version. You see, Seth, better known as Saffron Olive, just isn't jaded by like the years I spent grinding, spending a bunch of money. It's so like I traveled between 20 and 35 weekends in 2014, 2015, and 2016, and probably close to that in 2013, but I have to go back and check my records. So like I broke even traveling that many weekends in all of those years. So like I consider that an accomplishment. Like breaking even is reasonable. We didn't hit a land drop here, which kind of sucks. So because I didn't hit the land, we're going to play bottoms up Motorist here and try and propel ourselves into some land drops. Is Dredge in your consideration set, or you just, that deck just said, I just don't enjoy playing Dredge, so I probably wouldn't play it. And also, like, it's a team constructed event, and Matt Bomonte is going to be on my team. So, like, if someone was going to play Dredge on our team, we would make Matt play Dredge, because Matt's played a ton of Dredge. I sound like a bitter old man, and my hairline makes me look like a bitter old man, but I'm actually not that old. Whirler Virtuoso. This card is so good. Unreal good. I top 8'd a 5k with Bring to Light Scape Shift one time. That deck's really bad. No, just 1k in Chicago. Jeff, what's your philosophy on when to play the best deck? Team or standard for trying to play a deck that beats the best deck? You should be, your decision on when you make decisions like that should be based on how much better the best deck is than the other options. Missing our black source here is pretty damning. I guess I could jam this. This is like kind of protection from Glorybringer. I'm gonna feel real bad when we hit a counterspell here. That resolved, God bless. I don't want to live knowing that I'm young. I mean, like, I've got 2 kids. My oldest is 3. I'm 26. I'm 26. I'm not that young. I'm not like a whippersnapper anymore. I mean, we snap whips on occasion, but that's completely has nothing to do with my age. Hey-o! Hey, there's a black source. Sign me up. Yeah, right. I do the jaded, bitter old man thing so well. I think I'm just passing here. I really don't want this Heart to eat a Harness Lightning. I think we're gonna abrade this. Just like make them choose how many Thopters they're getting out of this. It's the anger and the ranting and the no hair. Oh man, I do tutoring on occasion. I have a degree in mathematics for people that are unfamiliar with my background, and I tutor on occasion. And I made a pretty fly for a white guy reference where I was tutoring a high school kid the other day, and they just had, I felt so old, they had no idea what I was referring to. They were just like, pretty fly for a what? I was like, God damn it. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and run this in because I have these unlicensed disintegrations to clean up other things. When card has, I am on year 2 of my 10-year contract with the Crossroads Demon to draw like I draw. So like, technically we're only working with like 8 more years here once the contract comes due. Do they not have a Harness Lightning or an Abrade here? They must not, right? Huh. Am I just like unlicensed? They're just like flooding out, right? I'm just gonna like unlicensed disintegration something and then like just like push. Cubby Bear, unlicensed that one. We've got no licenses left over here, opponent. Get him, got. Do I want to upstairs this? I feel like I'm not at the upstairs this yet portion of this game. All right. This is game 3, right? So I've got plenty of time. MillaTK, because you have a sweet dance moves and are excited about Kiki Court and took your wife to a musical about calculus. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. I do appreciate it. Which fool? Who put Fumigate in this deck? This is... I love aggro decks that can board into sweepers, though. It's my favorite. Alright, we're gonna pump up the jam here. It's possible I should have waited a turn on this attack. Like, if this dies here, we've, like, lost most of our pressure. We've also lost both of our artifacts, which is, like, not irrelevant. Yeah, this kind of sucks. Yeah. It's possible I was too aggressive here. Because I don't want to just burn this on this. Because then, what's the word that I'm searching for? Then I just get, like, gobbled up by a Glorybringer. I think burning this is too aggressive. And then, like, we're just, like, stone cold dead to a Glorybringer. Sure. I'm gonna strike one of these. Wow, that's super aggressive. That is... I feel like I am firmly ahead in this race. I could see why we board out a Hazoret in this matchup. Oh, we shared this one the other day. I'm gonna upload it to Imgur again. This is a great photo. So, during my younger years, I donated hair to the organization Locks for Love several times. So this is a great photo. This is authentic. There's no Photoshop involved in that one. It's from... That's Hogland and Undergrad thought that one was a good idea. If Scatter is their last card? Okay, that makes sense. It's a reasonable last card for them to have. If I recall, I think we were going to Rocky Horror Picture Show live that night, which is why I didn't normally wear pigtails, but the pigtail pictures is extra funny, so that's why I linked that one. Yeah, we were going to Rocky Horror Picture Show that night, so... Another land. So they've recognized that they're losing this race. I think I'm just supposed to pass at this point. Why is that not an emote? That could be an emote. That might come across at the emote size. Did I listen to dubstep? Can't say that I listen to dubstep. I don't like I don't dislike dubstep, but it's not something I like actively seek out to listen to. We got Hydra here is... This is like good and bad, right? Like I just like get to pull the trigger on this guy now. Well, I'm just going to take this hit. Am I going to take this hit? Yeah, I'm going to take this hit, and then I'll attack them with both the backswing. Get in 2 points of damage, and then Fumigate. That is also pretty good. Okay, I feel like we're ahead here, right? We're gonna like fumigate the board and then like have a disintegration and a Settle the Wreckage left over. What on earth? Huh. Yeah, exactly, Holy Diva. That's a good way to put it. Like, the next Longtusk Cup is terrifying, etc., etc. You think... I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pass here at this point. It is a little spooky, I agree. And like, they don't have any traditional reach in their deck, right? Like, their reach is like Glorybringer, so I'm like not super worried about this. I mean, like, to be fair, that attack like reeked of a sweeper, right? They could have Scarab God, that's fair. The lists at the PT didn't play Scarab God, right? Or at Worlds. This actually turns on our unlicensed disintegration, which is great. Just gonna take another hit here. Hopefully we draw something to make this Heart of Kiran work. Man, you know what's always better than just the first heart, the second Heart of Kiran? It makes me feel good. Alright, so I'm gonna attack with this, and I think we're just gonna Settle the Wreckage after that. If they kill this, I'm gonna Fumigate. If they don't kill us, I'm gonna Settle the Wreckage. Sure. Yep. Do I still want to settle or do I want to Fumigate now? I kind of want to Fumigate now, right? If I Fumigate and they negate, we could be in trouble. I think I'm supposed to settle still. I don't want to die to a random lightning strike. You heard there's dragons? I could have another scatter here. Let's go ahead and get the attack in here with the exert. You have an Abrade or a Harness Lightning here? We only played one Harness, so just Abrade. That's good for us. They're going to 2 then, so this is going to be lethal. So for those of you just joining us, this is game 3 of this match. We're currently 2-1 in this league. Don't ask me what we lost to. If you want to know what we lost to, watch the video archive later after I post it. I don't remember what we lost to. Yeah, but the definition of literally includes figuratively now. We updated the dictionary. It's fine. Chandra plus Glorybringer incoming, great. So I'm supposed to crew this heart, right? That's probably dumb. That's probably dumb. Crewing heart means Abrade leaves them alive. I prefer that they're not alive. All right, yep. Sure. Can I leave this in my hand to pitch to Hazoret? That's a little abrasive on the other side of the table there. What are the odds they play a creature at some point? Probably pretty high. Have I told you how much I love Lightning Strike in this deck? Upstairs. Bolt you. Bolt you. Look at that. 3-1. Got all of my fun buckaroos back. Popped the last match instantaneously. Over 600 people hanging out here this evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I do appreciate everyone. We play some Marduki here in Standard. The draw, I see it's probably fine on the draw. It's got removal. We can curve Heart into Chandra. Remembers the good old days. The second Heart of Kiran, just what every opening hand needs. Man, am I allowed to play Kiki Court on Saturday? Christy said I can play, by the way. Am I allowed to play Kiki Court on Saturday? Just, you know, for old time's sake. All aboard the fun train! Hype! Mr. Landrop, Mr. Landrop. Yeah, skill game. Ooh, ooh. Do I kill it? All right. Who terminates the servant of the conduit? I'm gonna let chat decide on this one. Vote. Do we kill the servant of the conduit? They missed their land drop. I'm a big fan of killing their mana creatures when they miss a land drop. Get that. Look at the unanimous just slaughter the servant, like just zero mercy. God bless you, chat. Oh, they don't have a play. That's so unlucky. That's so unlucky. All right. Here's my Chandra. Make some mana. Play this heart. That was a completely fair and reasonable line. Completely fair and reasonable. Excuse me? Do you have insurance on that car? I want to draw the disintegration, right? So I'm going to go top, and I'm going to plush Chandra and exile the land to dome them for 2. We're going to crew the crap out of this with this. I mean, this deck's great against people that miss their land drops, right? I wouldn't be surprised if this is just better in the current format than, like, Mono Red. It's like doing similar things, right? They could kill us with Harness Lightning. Please do. Please kill us with Harness Lightning. Rats. So unlucky they didn't kill my card. We have this, cut ribbons here. Yeah, well, I didn't muck up the sequencing. I'm proud of myself, too. Proud of myself for not mucking up the sequencing. Are they dead? Feel like they're dead. I plus this. And then I crew here. Oh, they're not quite just dead, right? I can only deal 4 with this. Concede already. I want to see Kiki Cord. Just gonna use my mana. This cut ribbons has been really good. I wonder if this deck wants more of this card. That's the same amount of damage, right? No, no modern vehicles tonight. I think we're gonna play some Kiki Court after this. There are links to the deck list down below the stream. Click MTG decks, and it'll take you to a tapped out page. All right, energy. 1 drops out. Maddie, if you play this deck this weekend, I have a sideboarding guide for it too. Just like turn your brain off and go. Look at that. Look at that. Easy in, easy out. If you're on mobile, you have to tap the screen, tap my avatar that appears underneath the video, scroll to the left, sacrifice the small goat, and then scroll to the MTG decks and click it. I don't know about great versus teamer. It seems like acceptable versus teamer. Sand seems fine. Heart plus this means we can cast the Motorist. Got some removal. No joke. The reason I use tapped out for the deck list is because tapped out lets me sort them into folders. So I can link just a folder of decks in that stream button and still have other public decks on my tapped out page that like I'm not using for streaming. So like tapped out lets you sort them nicely. And I haven't found another site that lets me sort them nicely like that. I mean, it's probably fine for FNM. If you're going to pay Fabibi32 with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. Welcome back. I love that the meter exported to proxies automatically. Tilt. Wait, they missed their line drop too, right? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this guy. Get that out of there. Unfortunately, I could no longer cast this because they killed our Heart of Kiran, but you know, details. Kill this now before it gets too big. Yes, I said my buddy who sent me this deck list sent me a sideboard guide with it so I could turn my brain off, which has been nice. Gosh, what a tilt. Banelock with the brand new Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you, and welcome. I do appreciate it. Welcome to the Ruby sub club there. New subscribers, remember, wait an hour and then make sure to sync your Discord account with your subscribed Twitch account and hop on into the subs only Discord server that we maintain. So like, does Magic Online just like flip a coin when deciding whether or not it's going to offer me a blocking prompt? Because like, it didn't offer me a prompt to declare blockers there, but there's other times where like I can't actually declare blockers and it still offers me a blockers prompt. I don't know if their hands all it's like responsive stuff. I feel like we're at a pretty good spot, right? You do get booted from the Discord automatically if the sub expires. It's fancy like that. There's a short grace period in case you let it lapse and need to renew it, but it does badge it automatically. Integrations are wonderful. I did just top a card off Bottoms Up Motorist. It was weird. I felt strange too. I'm glad everyone else felt the disturbance of the force. I mean, that's probably because Caleb just signed on. It's almost certainly because Caleb just signed on. I get to go ahead and play another Motorist here and dig for a 5th land, and then I get to bring back the Scrapheap Scrounger at end of turn. Bottoms Up Motorist here. We're definitely bottoming the next Motorist. This Heart of Kiran's actually pretty good. Evening Dis. We're doing all right. This Mardu deck seems sweet. We broke even on our first league at least. We might, we're up a game in this last match, so maybe we'll turn a little bit of profit. Do I want this? Probably don't need this. I probably just want the land, right? They do, yeah, that's the other thing. They've struggled with Heart. Yeah, I agree. So, like, it's tough because, like, my next turn is going to be super resource inefficient if I keep this Heart, because, like, I'm going to, like, just play this Heart and, like, not, yeah, I'm going to bottom this. I think I just want to hit my land drops. I just want to hit my land drops. Like, my hand is so powerful. Yeah, the Sultai deck was sweet. I should Fate Weave instead, right? Can you even imagine how ridiculously powerful double Fate Weave would be? Just like Fate Weave 2x. And I think I'm actually going to block here. Yeah, I'm actually just going to go ahead and block at this point. Just like my life total is a little bit low. This makes me wish I would have kept the Heart. But I do have the Settle the Wreckage to like clean up Thopter tokens too, so like it's not the end of the world. Abrade's not bad. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and pass the turn. I got him. He lit it up for me. Am I just gonna give them a bunch of lands here? Probably. Hopefully we don't get negated here. They keep holding this up, so I feel like they have something. I'm gonna give them a bunch of lands otherwise. Yep, has negate. Alright. Taking 5 here. A lot of damage. Alright, untapped land. If this works, we might be in this game. It's not gonna do it. 3, yeah. We're still at 20. Let's go to the next game. Stumbled a little bit too long that time. That's fine. We got the first one for free. Hopefully we have an interactive third game where we get to run them out here. This hand's like a sneeper. If this could make mana for this Voterist, but it can't. I just can't keep this in good conscience, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh yeah, those odds are real bad. It's like not exciting, but it's a keep. On this Dragonskull Summit, if we flit out a little bit, I might want to cycle this Slough. Hopefully that doesn't hurt our sequencing later, because this would make this come into play on tap, so this might punish us, but on the off chance we flood, I want the option to cycle this, I think. Get that, he sees the future. Sees the rainwater coming in. No, we're currently 3-1. 3-1 in this league. God, I'm so smart and thin. Should I have cycled this? I should have cycled that there, right? I should have done that during their end of turn. Probably. You tried Rune Raider. So the thing about this configuration of this deck, this is one of the reasons why I really like this is a red-white deck that's basically just splashing for Unlicensed Disintegration and Scrapheap Scrounger. And the more cards like Rune Raider that are like actual black cards that you're like putting into your deck, the more stress you're putting on the mana base, and you're going to hurt your consistency by playing more cards in your subtle splash color. Like, you're going to feel that in games where this game was close, but you lost it because you couldn't make that extra color of mana that you needed. Should have cycled that on too. Wow, that's... Yep, alright. Good stuff, good stuff. I'm gonna block here. Force them to spend some energy. Oh, I didn't pump this. Sure. Technically incorrect. Yep. So they should be at 17 here. I should have pumped with this. They're not out of the woods yet. Like, we're going to board parity here, but like, they have 5 cards in their hand, which is a lot. Let's see how kind the top keks are for the remainder of the evening. Tilt. Glorybringer would be nice. I don't know if we're gonna be able to beat this card after we already played one of our Fumigates. I guess we could rip another one Settle the Wreckage as well. It would be nice if man, could we get Crackling Doom back in the format? Could you imagine if I could play Crackling Doom and Unlicensed Disintegration? Just like all the murder burns. Murder, 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 burn. You just want to like pump this? Yes. So gross that the pump is permanent too. You can Crackling Doom in Modern. Speaking as someone who's crackled many a Doom in Modern, you are not wrong. I guess Hazoret gives us an okay out. It's fair. Looks like we're going to sneak out of here at the 3-2. Yep. Don't worry, we're going to play a full league with Court, I promise. This is... So I can give this 6 defense, and I can pump this 3 times only, so I can't... Alright, 3-6, I'm 1 short. I'll take this hit here again. The MTGO Trader stock is really deep, and it's much easier to find random jank cards on Magic Online than it is in paper, like 10 out of 10. My opponent's like missing land drops, so they have 4 spells in their hand, so like we're almost certainly dead here. Well, I'll give it the old college best, but things are not looking good for our hero. Alright, negate me. Cubby bear down. Cubby bear down. Rawr. Can jump block with this next turn. You always want to jump the turn before. Turn before you have to. We die here? Yeah, they could have removal plus energy. Harness Lady actually kills us exactly, right? Fumigate, come on. Tilt. Yeah! Give him the old aftermath. Give him the old... No! Not my spell pierce. Alright, it's Kiki card time. Let's do it.